Greetings, my V family all over the world. This is your chief, and welcome to my Wednesday message, guys. If you are seeing this a couple hours late, again, I landed from Dubai, totally confused about what day it is. I think I'm getting a bit older, I don't know. All right, but this is the Wednesday message, guys. Firstly, yesterday, unbelievable day. All right, we had a general assembly or town hall gathering of all the employees from all over the world, the corporate QI family, where our visionary and upline Dato Sri Vijay was speaking to them, all right, inspiring them for November, December and 2023. And then Dato Sri Vijay spent time with all the chiefs of QNet, the V, Q Lifestyle, QI. It was just amazing to see his leadership in action. And you know, I always tell you guys, all right, it's easy to find a leader. There are all kinds of leaders around the world. It is almost impossible to find a leader who walks his talk, all right, a leader who leads by example. And that is the one and only Dato Sri Vijay Ishwaran. And I was watching and I was just reminiscing about this VCon, all right. And this VCon, guys, was to me one of the most magical VCons. To be able to see our founders Japa and Dato Sri once again on stage, to see the 15,000 crazy warriors, okay, that 5 days 4 nights, you know, put so much fuel into a fire in my heart that is blazing right now. I haven't slept. I've been to Dubai. I'm now in Malaysia, non-stop meetings. I'm going to Bangkok for an event, then come back, all right, and then close the year with a bang. All I can tell you is I am switched on, guys. I'm still carrying that fire, that passion, that unbelievable feeling of VCon. And somebody yesterday asked me on WhatsApp, Chief, you always talk about VCon, but what was your take back from this VCon? All right, and I listen to Dato Sri every night. As you know, I'm his humble student. I am the upline to all of you, representing Japa and Dato Sri Vijay. And whenever he speaks, I'm there right by the stage, walking, standing, listening to him, because you won't believe this. All right, as chief, I barely have time to listen to Dato Sri Vijay, because every speaking engagement, I'm organizing it, doing this, doing that. So VCon for me is a Zen moment where I stand there and watch my upline, my mentor, the visionary of our family speak. And I want to share with you his message of being angry, hungry and crazy. All right, the 3 mantras. If there's anything to define Pathman Senathirajah, is angry, hungry and crazy, guys. All right, and you know, as much as that sounds like a slogan, Dato Sri explained it in beautiful detail. So all of you watching this Wednesday message is to give you a wake-up call, all right, to pull you out of your comfort zone, to help you make the big decisions on this journey with us to financial freedom, to max out, guys. And we start with the first message of being angry. Now, my take on that message by Dato Sri Vijay is not the anger you think, you know, get angry, punch people, hurt people. No. This is angry at the way you have led your life. This is anger about how unfair the world is and how stupid we are to accept it. All right, sit down, shut up and just sing Kumbaya and accept it. Be angry that all your dreams that you had as a teenager, all the dreams that you had when you just came out of college, the world killed it. You allowed the world to kill it. All right, be angry at the fact that you studied for 4 years, 5 years in a university where your parents sacrificed, sold their house, all right, led a humble life so you can go and study in the university. But the minute you graduate, all right, you barely earn $300 to $400 a month. And even if you work for 10 years, most students cannot repay their student loans that were taken by their parents or themselves. You should be angry at the fact, all right, that you studied and dedicated your life to get a piece of paper called a degree with only one destiny, the destiny of being broke for the rest of your life. and retire and pray that your children will look after you. You should be angry that you cannot give back for the sacrifices your parents made for you. Alright? That you cannot give back. Think about it. What can you give back to them when you can barely pay your own bills? You should be angry. Alright? That your whole journey of life is summarized to go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home, go to work, come back home. Lead a below mediocre life. You should be angry that you will not be able to provide your children with the best education because you just can't afford it. You should be angry that taking your family for a holiday is the most difficult decision sometimes. You should be angry. You should be angry. Alright? And that hunger that you have must transform, must evolve into being hungry. That it should recreate that hunger you had as a young man, young woman, when you were in college, in university, and you thought you could conquer the world, and you had dreams, and you made promises to Amma and Papa, your mom and dad, and tell them that you will look after them. You should be hungry that you will marry a woman, a man, and have a family and provide for that family. You should be hungry for the dreams that you had when you were a teenager. You should not let those dreams die. That you should have immense hunger to be the best version of yourself, to reach your limitless potential, to conquer the world, to be able, you should have hunger to walk into a store and buy anything without looking at the price tag. You should be hungry to take your family to a restaurant, alright, and order anything from the menu without reading this way, price first and see whether you can afford it. You should be hungry for your dreams to become a reality. You should be hungry to own your dream home. You should be hungry to buy a car and provide a driver for your mom and dad back in your hometown. You should be hungry to fly around the world at a snap of a finger in business first class. You should be hungry to live life on your own terms and make your own choices. That you don't give away the power of choice to your boss, to your government, to society, to the status quo. You should be hungry to be remembered after you die. You should be hungry to leave a legacy behind. That your children will be proud that their mother and father made a difference on this planet. You should be hungry to reach your limitless potential. You should be hungry to be able to fly, live life to the fullest. And from that anger of life itself, it should create hunger in you. Hunger that makes you push yourself out of your comfort zone to defy what people expect of you. You should have enough hunger not to fear anything. And that hunger is what is going to take you to max out in financial freedom. That hunger should live within you. Right? That hunger must make you into the best version of yourself. Your hunger should inspire people. Your anger should create a revolution, a rebellion of people who will not comply with the rules of status quo. And guys, I'm so passionate today because when I remembered this message of angry, hungry, crazy, it just defined my mantra of life, and I want to share it with you. Especially the new kids who just signed up, especially the older networkers who are falling into a comfort zone or singing Kumbaya with your family. It's time to get angry again. It's time to get hungry again. And after hunger, as Dato Sri Vijay says, you cross that line and you become crazy. Atta maji satakali. Alright? You become crazy. And what is craziness? I am craziness. Japa is craziness. Dato Sri Vijay is craziness. That we reach a point where being crazy is the norm. We reached the point that our craziness has become contagious. Look at VCon. That being crazy is a necessity for you to achieve greatness and success in this business, in any business, in your journey of life. Because you must be crazy enough to ignore the world. You must be crazy enough to laugh louder than those who laugh at you. You must be crazy enough not to fear anyone or anything. May it be a newspaper article, a notice, the authorities, the police, the enemies, to whoever. You must be crazy enough to overcome any challenge. You must be crazy enough that your downlines look at you and say, he's crazy, but I'm going to follow him because I love that craziness. I follow Japa and Dato Sri Vijay because they were crazy enough to start this company in 1998 when the whole world told them not to do it. They were crazy enough to take a direct selling business and make it borderless. Alright, never done before. They were crazy enough to embrace e-commerce before e-commerce existed. They were crazy enough to have the highest paying comp plan in the industry without the fear of what people think of them. They were crazy enough never to abandon any market, any country, any downline, regardless of the price they had to pay. And you have to understand that being crazy is a necessity for success in network marketing in QNet. Being crazy must be normal, right? People are attracted to craziness. You don't want somebody who is logical and sitting there and overanalyzing everything and speaking in a language and tone of the boringness of a moron. You want somebody who says, unbelievable! You want somebody who says, go there, build that market, do whatever it takes. You want somebody to say, find a dream you're willing to fight for and die for, and we are with you. Ask yourself, are you crazy enough to conquer the world? Are you crazy enough to ignore the negativity? Are you crazy enough to laugh at those who laugh at you? Are you crazy enough to do a presentation, get rejected and rejected and rejected and rejected and rejected, but you never stop? Are you crazy enough to play the song, I don't care, I love it, every single day of your life? Because, you know, there's a quote by Steve Jobs, here's to the crazy ones. You know, I'm going to put it at the end of this video. Just read it. It's an audio file. I want you to listen to it. We got to be crazy enough to ignore our critiques. We have to be crazy enough to believe in our dreams. We have to be crazy enough to believe that we can conquer this world. We have to be crazy enough to believe that we have the solution to every single problem of humanity, and that solution is called network marketing and QNet. That's what it is. We have to be crazy enough. Are you guys with me? So I need you to be angry with life. It's unfair. And you should be angry that the world is forcing you to accept this, that you were born to be poor. You should be angry. We are not born to be poor. You should be angry that the power of choice is taken away from you. You should be angry that all the sacrifices your parents made to educate you is completely wasted because you're going to be broke and you can't even give them anything back. You should be angry at the status quo. And that should create a hunger in you. That should make you dream again. Dream big, dream huge. It should create a hunger in you to change people's lives. It should create a hunger that people will respect and follow. It should create a hunger that keeps you up at night and makes you travel around the world for 24 years. Like what Japa and Dato Sri's hunger is about. And finally, it should lead to mental instability, i.e. craziness. And the day you decide that crazy is the new normal, that crazy is your name, you will max out. I promise you. So be angry, be hungry, and then be crazy. And I promise you, you will find all your answers. You will conquer the world. And one day you will be on Recon stage telling your angry, your hungry, and your crazy stories. Make this week the craziest week. Make this week the hungriest week. Make this week the angriest week. Are you guys with me? Love you guys.
Here's to the crazy ones. The misfits. The rebels. The troublemakers. The round pegs in the square holes. The ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them. Because they change things. They push the human race forward. And while some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.